what is the purpose of kindness? You never know what someone is going through. It wasn't always like this. I had a family, but they're gone now. They died when I was 13, and they gave me to my aunt and uncle, but they always hated me and started to hurt me, so I ran away. The friends I did have left me right after they found out about my depression. They don't know how it really feels to be in my position. I noticed something about the people at high school. They laugh, they smile. People say what they want to hear, never showing how we feel or what's really going on. I'm known, but no one knows my story.
You used to know, but now don't hang out with because of who you've become. Having the anxiety taking over, my heart pumping out of my chest every time I see someone that looks at me, thinking they're going to notice the scars on my body.
I have a role here. I'm the popular girl. I have to walk out like nothing is ever wrong. I have to act like my life is perfect. I have to be perfect, head to toe. The standard I have to hold up is so tiring, but this is who I have to be to impress them. If I want to fit in, I have to be like the other girls. Think skinny. Think beauty. Think happy. Social media has such a big impact on us these days. People like me are constantly comparing ourselves to others, wanting to be like them, wanting to have what they have. We think if we don't have the life they have, then we are different. But it's fake. It's lies. When will this stop?
We live in a world that judges each other by our stories, our sexuality, and our looks. In a world that's constantly changing and constantly hating, love yourself and stand as one and know you're beautiful in every single way. And that's the purpose of kindness.
What are you doing here? Just thinking. I noticed you haven't been yourself lately. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I don't want to talk about it. I don't think I want to live this life anymore.
Can you be honest with me? I've been doing some research, and you've been showing the signs. So, are you thinking about suicide?
I was lost. I didn't know what my next step was. What seemed like my path to success quickly became a detour. Or did it? I could just take the test again. But what will that prove? That I can meet up to the standards of those who spend their whole life with their face in a textbook? I know I am academically capable. And I also know that I can and will bring much more to a university than an increase in GPA average. Maintaining a spot on the gold honor roll list throughout high school while partaking in leadership, working a part-time job, attending 2 clubs while running one of them, playing basketball my first few years, being a part of a college and career readiness team, while volunteering at 4th R and church is even more difficult than it already sounds. In the midst of everything, I am still capable of following my dreams of making films. Films that go beyond just making people laugh. Everyone has a story. How do you want to tell yours? Let your story be an inspiration to others. One thing I do know is, my story is much more than numbers on a paper. You don't need a 1400 on the SAT to make a difference in this world. And I'm giving you proof of that. What I do have is passion, which will inevitably lead me to success. Don't let one miss discourage you, because you could be turning your back to any doors that could have potentially been opened. So, rather than being the person that colleges expect you to be, just be yourself and see how far that gets you. I refuse to let this test define me. Rather, I defined it.
Over time, people move to different countries, and these people are called immigrants.
I came to the U.S. in 1987. I came from Guerrero, Mexico. I came to U.S. for more opportunities. I became a legal citizen in 1997. To become a citizen of the U.S., I needed to be 5 years resident, and then I needed to take a test, and you need to have a clean record, like no felonies or no traffic tickets, stuff like that.
The test she's talking about is the naturalization test. This test is about U.S. history and laws, and the government provides materials like textbooks that the people can use to study.
My first job I had was working on a field.
Even though less than 5% of the workforce is immigrants, 40% of the agricultural workforce is made up of both illegal and legal immigrants, according to the Center for Immigrant Studies.
I'm really grateful for being in this country, because I consider that my children and my whole family has a good environment. Sadly, in Mexico, there's a lot of violence, and it's a really sad environment over there. So I think I feel pretty safe here.
So for whatever reason people have for coming, we should be more accepting of them.
So first off, you want a bowl of 6 to 8 cups of flour. Punjabi wheat flour is the best and the one you want to use. Then after that, get a little bit of warm butter. Just put a decent amount in there. Then after that, I would get some salt, 1 tablespoon of salt, a little bit of red pepper, half a tablespoon of paprika, and half a tablespoon of turmeric. Then put 2 bundles of fresh fenugreek leaves. After this, I would say the best is to mix it all together and into one big bundle with a spoon. After this, add some water so it gets nice and floury. I don't know. Mix it with your hands. You could use a spoon if you want, but the best is to mix it with your hands. After this, you scab it all, bring it all into one. Once you finish mixing it, put it in a bowl, then refrigerate it for an hour. After it's refrigerated, grab some, put it in a ball, and then put it in some flour so it won't stick. Then roll it up into a little ball. After you roll it in a ball, get a little bit more so it doesn't stick on your pan or when you cook it. Then put it down and then flatten it out into a smooth, flat circle. The thinner, the better, unless you want it thick. Then put it back in some flour so it won't stick on when you're doing it here. Then get a roller. Then roll it out to as flat as you will like it. The flatter, as for me, I say the flatter the better. Once you finish that, add a little bit of more butter. After that, I would add some more paprika or turmeric or salt, whatever you like. Then fold it up into a rectangle, then fold the sides into a square. Then put it back in some flour. So I would say making multiple of these because you want the butter to rest. Then I would get, after that square, I would grab it, kind of move it out with your hands, then roll it so it stays in a square. Once you have it rolled to how you like, I would kind of just pat it out like that, then put it on a skillet. Make sure the skillet is on medium high. Then I would just make some more in the back because this is going to take a little while to make. After that, I would say flip it in about 1 minute to 2 minutes, maybe even a couple seconds depending on how fast you did it. For us, it took us about 1 minute, then we flipped it. Then I would keep flipping it until it gets nice and brown, like this. After you're done, I would just butter it a little bit so it tastes nice and shiny and it tastes really good. And after this, you can put in whatever you like to keep it warm. We use a tortilla thing. And after this, it tastes best with some sour cream, and enjoy.
Hi, I'm Athena, and I'm going to show you how to draw. Step 1. Steal some printer paper from your dad. Step 2. Choose a pencil. I usually use a mechanical pencil and an eraser, but we're not going to be using that for this tutorial. For this one, I'm going to use a regular number 2 pencil and an eraser I found at the bottom of my drawer. Step 3. Draw a circle. It doesn't need to be perfect. Step 4. Draw guidelines. One should be in the center of the circle, going vertical, and one should be under the circle, going horizontal. Step 5. Use the guidelines to draw the chin, like so. Try to get it as even as you can on both sides, but it doesn't have to be perfect. Step 6. Draw a line where the circle and the line that you just drew meet. This will act as a guideline so you know where to place your eyes. Draw 2 dots that are evenly placed on both sides. This will be the point for where the inner eye is. After that, draw a rough oval for the eye shape. Finally, sketch out the eyes. Step 7. To draw the nose, draw 2 dots evenly spaced in between the vertical and horizontal line. Step 8. To draw the mouth, draw 2 dots under the nose that resemble the corners of the mouth. Then, under the nose, draw a small V to resemble the Cupid's bow. Then, draw a line connecting the dots to the Cupid's bow. Finally, draw a small line under the mouth to resemble the bottom lip. Finally, erase the guidelines. Step 9. Draw a circle inside the eye to make the pupil. If something doesn't look good to you, don't be afraid to erase it and try again. Step 10. Draw a dot where the hair will part. Oh yeah, and don't forget the eyebrows. To draw hair, draw strands starting from that one dot. Don't be afraid to go crazy. Then draw a small circle to represent the shine. Then shade in a dark circle in the middle of the eye. Finally, on the top part of the eye, shade in slightly lighter than the pupil. Step 11. Draw the neck and the shoulders. To add extra detail, add in the neck muscles and collarbones. Final step is shading. Try to determine where the light source is. You can usually determine this by the shine in the eye that you drew. Then add in shadows correspondingly. Last but not least, add the blushies. Then you're done.
Good afternoon. I'm Evan Navarro, and here's your current update on Angelique Ashby's Yak events. Here's what you missed on last Wednesday event. Angelique Ashby's Youth Action Corps program volunteered last Wednesday night at Molly's house. They helped set up Christmas decorations as a thank you note for her efforts of helping out the community.
Hi, my name is Isabel Gandula. I'm an intern for YAC. This is the first time YAC has ever done an event like this. I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be super fun. Our community is awesome, YAC is awesome, and we're just out here to make this a really great event.
She has struggled with pancreatic cancer before, but was told earlier this year that she was cancer-free. Unfortunately, only after a couple months later, she was re-diagnosed with pancreatic cancer and was told that she has 9 to 11 months to live.
Honor Molly, who's just a tremendous person in our community. I'm sure you'll get to see how many people are here and how many people love her. And I just barely got to know her, but you can obviously see the impact that she's had on our community. Obviously at Intercom, she's our boosters president. She has a son at our school. She coaches youth baseball. And all these people cheering for her, it's just touching. It's amazing.
Angelique Ashby's program took the initiative to reach out to the community to come and support her surprise gathering from all her friends, family, and her loved ones. Natomas has brought along joyful memories of the holidays and will continue to raise people's spirits in time of need. With Thanksgiving just passed and Christmas on its way, the meaning of holiday spirits has uplifted our Natomas community. Intercom students, cheerleaders, drumline, and families have all come together to support a cause that benefits selfless people like Molly Spring. On behalf of Angelique Ashby's Youth Action Corps program, these are your weekly updates. Thanks for tuning in on this weekly edition of Angelique Ashby News. Thank you, and have a great rest of your day.
Hey, Hey Tigers, I'm Yadira.
And I'm Kayla. Welcome to this Halloween edition of Tiger Talk.
You know this time of year is always full of surprises, so don't surprise anyone with a scary mess after lunch.
Clean up and stay safe this Halloween.
So on to other news.
Whoa, Kayla, how did we end up here?
I don't know, but since we're here,
Let's do spooky things this spooky season! Alright, guys.
we're about to go into this
Haunted mine.
Yep.
All right,
Okay,
let's go, Kayla.
let's go.
Watch it.
I don't know where I'm walking. I don't either. Step here.
Jeez, guys, that was scary. But that reminds us, Intercom is having a haunted house today, and yeah.
Info down below.
Be sure to go check that out. It's probably a lot worse than this was, but
Yeah,
I think it'll be alright.
Alright guys, so the first spooky thing we're gonna do is
the corn maze.
I just wanted a hug.
Oh, sorry Athena! Sorry! Fun fact guys, this week's learner's profile is caring. Alright, which way do we guys go? Which way do we want to go, Athena?
Let's just pick some corn while
Go
we're here.
left. Let's just stick it this way.
Hey! Is this the finish?
Oh my gosh!
Whoa!
We made it out!
Is this it? Is this it? Oh, yes!
Okay guys, for our last spooktivity, we're gonna be doing pumpkin picking!
I think I found my pumpkin. It's small. Wow, that was crazy. I think we need more sleep.
That's because we do 0 period.
Wow, no corn for a while either. That will do it for us, Tigers.
Happy Halloween from your peeps in 0 period.